All right, we have another video. I don't exactly know from which location or which part of Bharat does this video come from, but this is something that has been doing round on social media platforms, more specifically X. Okay, now here in this video you can see there are certain individuals who have hoisted a flag of a certain political, how shall I put this delicately, a certain political ideology. You can see these flags, they are usually accompanied by the chants of Jai Bhim. Jai Bhim being a very common chant for people who support this idea of SAST. And so there are certain classes in our population, there are certain sections in our populations that have some historical injustices that were done to them. Okay, so nobody is denying those facts. I'm not here sitting down and denying that there are certain classes and certain sections of our populations that have been through certain historical injustices. Okay, but what is happening in contemporary Bharat, you see that this historical fact has been increasingly weaponized. I'm not even saying politicized, it has been weaponized. Okay, we really need to start discussion about how exactly can we root out this idea of reservation. Okay, because it is doing more harm than benefit. Agreed that certain sections of the population, they have had historically they may have faced some injustices, yes, and in principle I agree that they must be rectified. Okay, but we as a nation, we as contemporary Bharat, with majority of our population, majority of our population is young. Okay, so we really need to have a very honest, sincere and a very serious discussion about how exactly do we root out this politicization of a historical injustice that was done. Okay, this is unnecessary. Okay, how exactly will this help their political cause, raising their flag over a temple? Okay, this is directly hurting the sentiments. And how exactly would do these people classify themselves? Aren't don't they also belong to the same nationhood? Okay, they must also go inside those temples and worship the same gods as we do. Okay, this unnecessarily deification of Ambedkar, and Ambedkar isn't even his real name. Okay, I am all okay with you guys using Ambedkar, but let's face the facts. Ambedkar is not his real name. His real name was Biwa Satpal. So if you're really going down that path, okay, you really want to talk about, yes, it is a fact that historical injustices were done. That is also a fact that Ambedkar is not his real name. Why not use his real name? Okay, so this goes very deep down into a rabbit hole. We don't want to do that. Okay, we as a nation must move forward. All right, I've already mentioned we really need to have a good and an honest discussion about reservation, because what it is doing is it is creating more catharsis within our nationhood. And there are foreign forces, there are monotheistic traditions, both Christianity and Islam. They are taking advantage of the very fact that this political ideology is dividing our nationhood even further. Okay, you will see this weaponization of depressed classes. Okay, majority of these depressed classes, they are good people. They go to work, they come back, have food, go to sleep, do the same thing tomorrow again. Okay, I've never seen a person who will walk out in the streets and do chest thumping about, oh, I belong to this varna, oh, I belong to the upper caste, oh, you are a lower caste. Nobody does that these days. Okay, maybe some pockets in rural areas where there is still penetration of democracy is less. Okay, but we really need to stop this toxic ideology, toxic weaponization of a certain political ideology just to divide our society even further. And like I said, the monotheistic traditions, they are taking advantage of this. It makes it easier for them to convert people, and hence you see this collaboration of Jai Bhim and Jai Meme. Okay, you need to use your brain. Why exactly are the Muslims collaborating with the Jai Bhim army? Okay, because that is where their ease of conversion lies. Okay, now yes, I know there are other nuances that have to be discussed, but largely I would say yes, this is utterly disgraceful for people. And what pride could they get out of this? Okay, this has to stop, this weaponization of this political ideology of SC, ST and OBCs. This needs to stop. Yes.